What it do, famo? What it do? So listen, I put up a clip uh, yesterday morning pertaining to Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. Now remember, Muhammad Ali's career, he was the one that shook the passes. He took some blows, later on in his career, but majority of his career was based on slipping punches, dodging pretty much everything and having the ability to use his body and his head to take the sting off of punches. And I'm very familiar with that because I use the same techniques, in my street fighting. If I can catch you, if you about to steal off on me and I can catch you before you reach out all the way, is automatically, and I'm not saying catch you with a punch, but if I can catch you with my head, if I can catch your fist with my head before it fully extends, it takes all the momentum off the punch. So Muhammad Ali was they called him the great one, so it's safe to say he was an expert at this. But George Foreman was the opposite. George Foreman invited the blows. He invited the physicalities. You dig what I'm saying? He was a straightforward bull. So how did Muhammad Ali end up slobby mouth and can't talk, but George Foreman didn't? Okay, let's examine some possibilities. It's a good possibility. They're made different. George Foreman was made tougher, had a way stronger and harder head than Muhammad Ali. And yeah, you can absolutely point to some fights where Muhammad Ali took some abuse, but you're not going to point to overall more abuse than George Foreman took because their styles were totally different. Muhammad Ali's style was based off of bob and weave. George Foreman was a straight up, to people that's a little younger than me, Marvelous Marvin Hagler type, straight up bully. You did. So we pointed out that possibility. Could be he just made stronger, right? But he didn't really get abused in the ring, nowhere near George Foreman. Okay, let's point out what else Muhammad Ali that George did that George Foreman didn't do. Muhammad Ali spoke out a lot. He spoke up a lot about some issues, about some things. George Foreman didn't have the crowd like Muhammad Ali. So if he did, I don't really know about it. I know he had some words and said some words to pump up the fight and stuff like that. But so what we have here is another Hollywood act. They had to shut Muhammad Ali up at a certain point because to a certain point, Muhammad Ali was uplifting people. And they didn't really want that. Not going forward. They seen how much of effect he had running his mouth. He had just as much of effect running his mouth than he had in the ring. And that ain't something they was trying to promote. That ain't something they was trying to stand behind. So they had to shut him up. And he was a full participant way before. Look up Cassius Clay. Look up Muhammad Ali. They both equal out to the same thing. So he was a person that had his role selected a long time ago, and he played it. And they made sure they showed us with him slobbing at the mouth and all that stuff. They made sure they showed us that, but I can guarantee you it was an act. And I know it's gonna ruffle a lot of people's feathers, but this is how the world get down. Deception to its core. Any type of deception you can think about, they done already did it. And doing more as we speak. Finish doing this double, y'all. I'm about to get ready and get up out of here in a few minutes. Peace. Let's talk about it.